Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. I haven't really given you all an update for a while, so I thought I'll just take 2 seconds out of my day and give you one. Because I'm actually at home. I've been at home now for the past week. It's currently May 29th, I think. And I came home originally from my brother's stag do, which was on the Saturday, and what an epic weekend it was.
I know it's not much, but it's okay.
If you know my brother, he's a pretty interesting guy. He's not your typical 25-year-old. He is a fly fisherman, he loves outdoor stuff, and the majority of his best mates are over 60 years old. So it's quite difficult to tailor a stag do for someone who's both 25 and has friends who are 25 years old, but also has mates that are like 60. And you know, you've got to cater for both of those two types of people. So what we decided to do, my dad and I, we decided to go to the and dangerous city of Shrewsbury in the UK. The stag included a Segway trek in the morning, followed by the air rifle shooting that was pretty interesting to say the least.
Here is, we've got a stoner, which is a light machine gun, okay, and it's firing.
How you doing, lad?
Alright, it's good, isn't it?
Did this meet expectation?
Yeah, it's good. I think all heads nailed that enough.
Yeah.
There's nothing left. Where?
To the left a bit. There you go, there you go. Down and right, down and right. There you go.
And then followed by some clay pigeon shooting.
It's on that peak. Just before or just after. If it starts to drop, leave it. Good shot.
Sawn off. Jesus, Todd, yours just smashing him.
Smile.
Is it one of the things as well, like when you shoot it?
Oh hey. You know, we all had a fun time. It was all pretty good. The weather was a bit shoddy, which is a bit unfortunate since it's been so great for this past couple of weeks. But you know, it was alright. And then the night out was fun, man. It was good. But the only downside is my brother was so ill that he had to go back. He had to go back to the hotel at 11 o'clock in the evening. So, you know, that's pretty poor form for your stag do, to say the least. But now I've just, and because that was on the weekend, I just thought I'd nip back to the wheel for a week. And the reason for that is because I felt like I just needed some time to just reflect and take stock of a couple of things. And you might have noticed that over the past couple of weeks, I've hardly been on social media, I've hardly posted on Instagram or YouTube. And that's because I've been a little bit ill, to be honest with you. My mental state has been extremely fragile recently, and it's been quite a challenging thing. And it's interesting because I'm such an advocate of people talking about how you feel, and you know, letting people into your heart and being open to insecurities. But it's a different ball game when you're in that state yourself, because it's not the fact that I don't want people. No, it's not the fact that I don't want to talk about it. It's the fact that some of the stuff inside of me has been so painful to address that I just didn't want to open those wounds. I didn't want people to see that for whatever reason. And I think those thoughts are completely subconscious. I don't think it's something that it's not like I just decide I'm not gonna speak about it. It's simply like I don't do this for a reason. It's almost like your body's stopping you from doing it. And I find that really interesting. And something that I've also learned is that we only speak about our mental health when we're in good mental health. Like, I would not have made this video a couple of weeks ago, simply because I was in such a fragile place. And to give you some context, I was walking down London and just down the high street. I was actually ill off work on that day, getting some medication, and I just felt completely removed from society. You're standing there and everyone's walking past, living their daily lives, you know, catching buses, going into shops, getting food, but you're just stood there and you feel like no one can see you, and you feel completely disassociated from your surrounding environment. And I've never felt that withdrawn before, and that's the day when I really knew that something was wrong with me. And I've been doing a lot of thinking over the past couple of weeks of what it is that's causing that. And I think I knew what it is. I think I know what it is. And that's what I've basically spent these past 3 weeks addressing. And all I know is that there's going to be some big life decisions I'm going to make over the next couple of weeks that are going to be challenging and tough and a bit scary, but I feel like it's something that I have to do in order to, you know, maintain my mental health and my well-being, which is obviously my number one priority. So that's the reason why I haven't posted. And I just want to say that, like, even if people don't understand, if people don't understand why your behaviours have changed or understand the situation that you're in, it doesn't really matter. I know what my intent is. I know the reason why I do things. I know the person who I am, and I know that isn't always going to be portrayed to the outside world. And I have absolutely faith that I'm a good person, and I try my best. And if I keep doing those things, regardless of my emotional state at the time, then it's going to work out eventually. There's also one point that I want to mention, is that I feel like, well, for me personally, my mental state was caused by something specific. And I feel like I've been putting off decisions because they've been hard and quite challenging. And one of the things that's going to help me out is application, is actually applying yourself to something that you said you were going to do and not putting off and actually addressing it head on. And yes, it's tough, and yes, it's the difficult way out of things, but I feel like we can improve our emotional state by applying ourselves to the things that make our heart sing, and applying ourselves to the thing that gives us joy, and focusing on that regardless of what life throws at us. So yeah, I don't know why I've been rambling, but these past couple of weeks have been really tough for multiple reasons. A lot of doubt, a lot of insecurity, a lot of fear, which I've always carried with myself, and it's time to just try to listen to that more, not let it ultimately affect what I do, and try to pursue what I want to pursue despite the little voices in your head that tell you otherwise. So yeah, I've got no idea when the next video is going to come, hopefully soon, but please subscribe if you want to see more very inconsistent content. And I'll see you next time.